What's up, guys? So welcome to this Father's Day special. We're hanging out with my dad. Say hello, Dad.
Hello, everybody.
So we're hanging out for Father's Day, guys, and he really wanted to take me to some comic book shops somewhere out here in LA. We're not sure what the name is, but I'll let you know when we get there. Let's roll.
Yo, check this out.
What's up, guys? So we are underneath the Van Nuys Airport right now, headed into the city of Reseda. And if that sounds familiar to you, it's because that's where Daniel LaRusso from Karate Kid lived.
Open your eyes, my darling son. This is the Garden of Eden.
Wait, are they open?
Oh, they're closed.
Yeah.
Oh, they're closed for Father's Day.
Yeah,
Collector's Paradise.
Collectors.
Alright, guys, so Collector's Paradise looks like they're closed.
Sorry, folks, park's closed. The moose out front should have told you.
Alright, guys, so the comic book shop was closed, so we're gonna go ahead and head to Retro Respawn and see what we can find. So now we are finally pulling up to Retro Respawn, and I am so glad that they are still open on Father's Day. I'm really excited to hang out with my dad over here. You know, this was his idea, this is what he wanted to do, this is where he wanted to go. He just wanted to hang out, so let's head inside and see what we can find. Alright, guys, we're here at Retro Respawn. I'm with my dad for the Father's Day special. Go ahead and say hello, Dad.
Hello, everybody.
Alright, guys, we're gonna head inside and see what we can find. Let's roll. So, of course, one of my favorite things about Retro Respawn is when you first walk in, there's Sega Dreamcast games right at the door. And you guys know I am a Dreamcast fanatic, so definitely excited to see those. And Retro Respawn was really stocked up on Sega Dreamcast games. I mean, look at all these. These Super Nintendo and NES games look pretty stacked up in here, so let's give these a look over real quick. See some Star Wars, some Addams Family, we got some Zelda, Ninja Gaiden 2, dude, Silver Surfer, some Super NES games down here also. Look at that, there's just boxes of these games down here. I'm loving these gaming kiosks, but what is that chewing sound? Of course, I should have known. Now, I love the selection of Sega Genesis games here, but they also have some complete in-box Game Gear. But I just can't believe how many Sega Saturn games they have here. I mean, look at all these. Sega CD, and they're really good games too, and they're priced really well. So that's definitely a plus. Now, these are just one of those Nintendo signs that absolutely blow my mind. I love seeing this when I come to visit. I mean, look at how beautiful that Nintendo Entertainment System sign is. You gotta see it when you come down. Now, these display cases were packed. You got the Sega Model 3 complete in box with 64s, Nintendo Wii's, PS4s. This one you got handhelds, you got Xbox, OG Xbox I should say, and check this out, the Sega Saturn, baby. I gotta pick this one up eventually. I gotta get one. Now, this is such a cool piece that Retro Respawn added to the shop. I don't know too much about it. I've seen pictures of it, I've seen videos of it, but you know what? Here's my friend Cafe BTW to explain it to you in the most calming voice ever.
I stopped by Retro Respawn today and I ran into this. I present to you the Starlight Fun Center. This extraordinary gadget is the fruit of a compassionate partnership between the Starlight Children's Foundation, a committed nonprofit, and the iconic, beloved Nintendo. This isn't your ordinary gaming console. The Fun Center is a mobile unit of entertainment designed to bring a dash of fun, a splash of joy from the stress during a child's hospital stay. In the spotlight here, we have the Wii version, a modern marvel in its own right. It's modified with an OS just for this unit. so kids can easily find the games they want to play. And not only that, there are plenty of games. This brings the hospital room into another level, and for kids, it's really amazing that video games were used, and can still be used, to make them feel happy.
Andy, thank you so much for explaining that. Guys, give him a follow. He's a great content creator. He puts out some really good stuff. And he's my really good friend. What do you see, Dad? You see anything? This VR missions display looks so cool, man. I haven't seen this thing since it first came out. So I picked up a PSP from SoCal Retro Gaming Expo from our friend Mort's Garage, and I have been loving every minute of that thing. Like, I don't really play a lot of the long games. I mostly play like the fighting games. I've been really hooked on Metal Slug for some reason. But man, you know what? I want to collect more and more for it. So you got a lot of DS games up here. Some Game Boy Advance, some Game Boy Color. Man, these boxes are really mint. Check these out. Some Pokemon heavies. Let's go. A lot of loose Game Boy games. Check these out. Now the Retro Respawn wall of games is just insane, dude. I mean, it's just a whole wall from the top to the bottom of GameCube, Nintendo Wii games. I mean, look at this thing. Incredible selection. And right next to that, we got the PlayStation 2 games. Pretty much everyone's favorite at this point, because PlayStation 2 is just such an awesome console. And the next to that is another row of PlayStation 2 games. And of course, my favorite right next to that is a row of PlayStation 1 games. Check these out. PlayStation heaven, guys. Ooh, I see that Darkstalkers up there too. And of course, we gotta show the Master Chief. We have to. Along with this really cool Super Nintendo kiosk. Now, I'm loving the colors on this thing because the purple, the gray, the teal is just screaming 1990s, baby. Let's go. And then this thing is amazing. It's got a PS4 kiosk, a GameCube remote, a Sega Genesis, and it's doing its thing, man. So yeah. All right, guys, let's start buying some stuff. Is it cool if I get the Silver Surfer for the NES? Beautiful soundtrack on this one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can I also get the Mario Paint? Awesome sauce. God, the labels are perfect on these. Look at that. Jeez. Cool, man. Let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, dude, this is great. Like my older brother had the NES, so I played his all the time. And then my first console was Sega Genesis. That's the one my dad gave me. And so I always played the Sega. But we jumped back and forth between the Sega and the NES and stuff. So
yeah,
it was
hand
cool.
me down Super Nintendo changed my life.
And in these baskets on top of the display cases, they had all kinds of Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games. So I just kind of dug through these for a little bit. But this is the case I was looking for right here, the Nintendo 64 case. Let's see what they got. See some Zelda, some Diddy Kong Racing, some Smash Brothers, Castlevania. We got some Pilot Wings, we got some Star Wars, Forsaken, NBA Courtside Turok, we got some Hot Wheels, Warzone, Blast Corps. Really good selection of games here, man, and I could see all of them, so that's always a plus. Some Jeremy McGrath right there, the racing game. I've been looking for that for a minute now. I think I need to add that to my collection too. Alright guys, we got our stuff. We're ready to go. Let's have one more look around Retro Respawn. If you guys are ever in Los Angeles, check this place out. And let them know you saw them on my video. Maybe they'll give you a high five. Alright guys, so we just finished shopping at Retro Respawn. We got our stuff. Let's head home and see what we got. Thanks, man. Alright guys, we are back from Retro Respawn, and this is what we picked up. Just kidding, this is my pup. That's Shelby, she's gonna be a star someday. Alright guys, no, but for real though, let's get into these pickups. Alright guys, so the first game that we went ahead and picked up is going to be Mario Paint for the Super Nintendo. You guys need to have this in your collection because it's a Mario game, you just gotta add it. Now we just gotta find the mouse, but for $5, no way I was passing that up. Welcome home.
Now what has she done?
She put the cat in the fishbowl and planted corn on her brother's head.
Great.
Then she cut a huge hole in the roof for the butterflies.
Terrific.
That's not all. She tore your stereo apart to add some more woofers and tweeters. I don't know where that child gets her imagination.
Me neither. But I really like what she does with it.
Mario Paint, the power to create, only on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
The second game is one that I've been wanting to add to my collection for a really long time. It looks great, it sounds great. Guys, I need to get it complete in box. But for now, Silver Surfer. Amazing, amazing game. If you've never played it, give it a go. We also picked up Jeremy McGrath's Supercross 2000 for the Nintendo 64. Haven't played it before, but this is one that I need to add to my collection. For the price, we picked up not one, but two, because they had them for $3. So I'm happy with that. That's cool, that worked. And then for the last game that we picked up is going to be Capcom Classic Collection Reloaded for the PSP. Guys, I have been really enjoying the PSP a lot lately, so really, glad to add this, and I can't wait to play. There's some really good games on here. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out. And guys, if you're ever in Los Angeles, check out Retro Respawn. The place is amazing. It really is becoming a museum. I mean, this place is awesome. Let them know you saw them on my video. Maybe they'll give you a high five. I don't know. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you on the next one. Keep it retro.
Isn't this a school day?